Red Dead Redemption 2 did not leave me indifferent. It's a game that I love, and it's my favorite story game by far. This game is incredible because of its story, but also because of its protagonist. After finishing the game, I knew that I would never forget Arthur Morgan, and that this character marked me forever.
Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know. An old mine in town. Abandoned. It ain't far. Come on.
It all starts in the snow. A group of outlaws, broken and desperate, pushing through the cold. Among them is a man on horseback, barely visible through the storm. Arthur Morgan. The first time we see him, he isn't a hero. He isn't a legend. He's just a man trying to survive. Our first impression of Arthur Morgan is simple: a hardened outlaw, a loyal soldier. From the very start, we see that he is part of a gang, led by Dutch van der Linde. He trusts Dutch. He believes in the gang. He doesn't question orders. He doesn't hesitate to kill. He doesn't show much emotion. At first, Arthur seems like a typical Western gunslinger, cold, loyal, and deadly. But as the game progresses, that illusion starts to break. Arthur isn't just a violent outlaw. He is a man who thinks, who reflects, who wonders if there's more to life than just running and killing. And that's where his journey truly begins.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Where's our money?
I don't have it.
Sell your place.
We already owe more than it's worth.
Then sell your wife, or your family, or something. We ain't your idea of charity. Is that clear?
Arthur is one of the most complex protagonists in gaming because he exists in two worlds at the same time. On the one hand, he is a ruthless outlaw who will rob, kill, and fight for survival. And on the other, he is a reflective man who can help people, a man who writes in his journal and watches the sunset in silence. Most video game protagonists are either heroes or villains. Arthur is both, and that's what makes him feel real.
Who's this, your daddy?
My daddy died. And this man, he killed him. What are you doing here?
Leave the boy alone.
Why'd you kill his daddy? You after his mama?
Stop bullying the boy.
Get out of my business, mister.
Leave the boy alone.
Or what?
Or I'll kill you too.
Arthur's growth is what sets him apart from almost every other video game protagonist. At the start of the game, Arthur is loyal to Dutch, believing in the gang's dream. He is violent and ruthless, rarely questioning his actions, and he is distant from emotions, seeing himself as just a tool for survival. But as the game progresses, we can see that he sees Dutch change. The man he trusted is no longer the same. Arthur realizes he doesn't want to be this person anymore. He starts helping others, not for gain, but because it's the right thing to do. And then, his world collapses.
Not good news.
I guess that.
You got tuberculosis. Really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
What you mean?
You're real sick. It's a progressive disease, and you'll be... Well, the best thing is rest. And getting somewhere warm and dry and taking it easy. Now, is that possible?
Arthur's diagnosis is one of the most brilliant storytelling moments in gaming history. In most games, the protagonist gets stronger as the story progresses. But Arthur, he gets weaker. His body begins to fail him. His time is running out. And for the first time, he starts thinking about what he will leave behind. This is where the real Arthur Morgan emerges. He protects John Marston and pushes him to escape.
It would mean a lot to me.
He helps Rains fall, learning the true meaning of honor.
Thank you. I'm very sorry about this.
And above all, he makes peace with his own death. Arthur wasn't meant to survive, but in his final moments, he does something more important than living. He finds meaning.
I didn't have a choice.
Arthur's story is so powerful because it isn't just about violence. It's about kindness. Some of the most emotional moments in Red Dead Redemption 2 aren't gunfights or heists, but quiet human moments.
What's wrong?
I'm dying, sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I got TB. I got it. Beating a man to death for a few bucks. I've lived a bad life, sister.
We've all lived bad lives, Mr. Morgan. We all sin. But I know you.
You don't know me.
Forgive me, but that's the problem. You don't know you.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but whenever we happen to meet, you're always helping people and smiling.
I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. And it weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
Even in his final days, Arthur proves that humanity is not defined by the past, but by the choices we make before the end. Arthur Morgan doesn't get a happy ending, But his story isn't about winning, it's about changing. By the time he dies, he isn't just an outlaw anymore. He's something more. He's a man who chooses to do good, even when he knows he's doomed. He's a man who sacrifices himself, not for money or power, but to give John and his family a future. He's a man who leaves behind a lesson that no matter what we've done, it's never too late to be better. And that's why Arthur Morgan is one of the best protagonists in fiction.